What is up, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, guys, we are back with another figure preview video, and today we are back with Hono Studios. Today we are going to do our fourth video for Hono Studios. The previous three was the regular Wolverine from the comics. We also did Magneto from the X-Men comics, and then also we did the black suit symbiote Spider-Man also from the comics / animated series. Today we are featuring the second Wolverine ever made by Hono Studios, and this time we are going to do his brown suit version from the comics. So first and foremost, just a quick kind of description of Hono Studios, right? So pretty much it's a company that it's basically Hot Toys, right? It's basically Hot Toys, but they decided to make this new company for kind of lower quality figures, I guess, so that way, this doesn't really represent Hot Toys, but technically it's still Hot Toys, right? So I'm not even sure why they did the name Hono Studios, right? But pretty much basically this is for lower quality type of figures, or I guess they're doing it for comic figures, right? Again, this is the fourth figure that they do under this Hono Studios kind of name, and they've all been out of the comics, right? The pricing is pretty much lower than than your typical Hot Toys figure. So for example, this one, we're not really able to see the pricing because right now the figure isn't really available to pre-order. He was an exclusive version, as you guys can see from here. And so pretty much if you guys do want him, you guys can join the wait list. I'm not sure he will be available at all. Because he is a figure that was wanted pretty much a lot. This is a pretty unique figure, right? Obviously, we're doing Wolverine this time with the brown suit. And I must confess, I am actually surprised about the release. For those of you guys who have been following Hot Toys, right, and on their websites, they just recently announced the regular costume Wolverine already ready to be shipped out, right? The first ever figure by Hono Studios. And I'm surprised that they're doing a second Wolverine now. I want to be sure I'm clear. I'm not complaining about it. To me, I am a big Wolverine fan, and the fact that they're doing a different version from him, I would say why not. But I would have thought that maybe their next release would have been somebody completely different. I mean, there's so many figures from the comics that they could decide to do that I'm just surprised that they're doing a second Wolverine, right? But as I mentioned before, not a complaint at all. Happy we're getting this guy. Why not another Wolverine? Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this specific release for by Hono Studios. So pretty much I did want to go ahead and get to the images because there are a lot of similarities and obviously some differences. So for example, again, this is an exclusive version compared to the regular costume that was not an exclusive version. There's only 1,500 pieces here and it says worldwide, but pretty much that would be only for Sideshow. So obviously the costume is the brown colored suit. The differences, I would say, obviously this part is brown. Now the yellow does seem to be closer to kind of like an orange type of yellow. It is not as bright of a yellow as the regular costume, in my personal opinion, from what I'm seeing. Maybe I'm looking at this really wrong, and maybe it is the same yellow as the regular costume. Please let me know, guys, if I'm mistaken about that. I do apologize if I am. But basically, a lot of similarities. So I would say the body type pretty much the same, body proportions is the same, and honestly I have no issues with it because it is the same character, and the body itself was already pretty nicely for the first figure ever, right? For the first normal Wolverine. The silicone arms, to me, I cannot wait to get the regular Wolverine because to me, I am a big fan of how great they look. They look fantastic. They look massive and huge, and then the vein work is really done nicely. Like for example, to me, an image that would really do a great description of this would be this one right here. So as you guys can see, the paint applications, the texture with the hair, the kind of the dirt, and then the vein work, these are as real as of an arms as you guys are ever gonna see. And again, the fact that they're silicone, to me, I am a big fan of that. To me, the bodysuit itself, I would say pretty much everything is sculpted plastic. These seam lines right here, I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of how those seam lines look, but at the same time, I understand that there has to be a seam line at the end of the day. I mean, to me, we want to post the crap out of this figure, so I feel like the seam line is kind of needed. I guess it's necessary. To me, as long as I guess the connection between the shoulders and the arms isn't as bad. I'm sorry, between the body and the shoulders is pretty straightforward and not too off. I think I'm fine with that. The arms itself, this seems to be kind of like a little bit of a less glossier type of plastic. As you guys can see, the suit is pretty glossy. The mask, I would say it's pretty much the same one as the regular Wolverine. Again, no issues with that. We're talking about the same character. Now, the metal claws, I would say same thing. They look pretty much the same to the regular Wolverine, as I mentioned before. Not an issue. He does come with this red knife that he does have throughout the comics, so I'm happy that he does have that. Now, one thing that I am a little confused, and maybe you guys can help me out, and again, I'm not the biggest comics guy, so I do want to apologize if I'm getting this wrong. One of the things that I'm really confused about is the specific lower face. So we're getting 4 different lower faces compared to the other Wolverine. The other one was 3, and this one, man, I am trying to figure out what the heck Hono Studios was trying to do with this lower face. It looks like he's going mad crazy, but again, at the same time, I really don't know the origins of the brown suit, so maybe the brown suit does represent a crazier version of Wolverine. So again, my apologies about the lack of knowledge, guys, but again, I just want to make sure what they were trying to go for this, because if this is just a normal Wolverine and the only difference is that it's just a different colored suit, then I don't know what the heck this lower face is, because it looks like the guy is either going crazy, mad crazy, more like a type of Joker type of lower face. So I am really confused about this one. It looks really, really weird on him, but again, I'm not sure of the origins of this specific character with the brown suit, so maybe it's supposed to be that way. So again, if you don't mind, guys, letting me know in the comments, right, clarifying that for me. I just want to make sure that I get that right. Other lower faces that it has, so to me, this one without question is my favorite. So it's pretty much the mean kind of look to him, grinding his teeth. The face lines right here to show that expression, they are so nicely done, and the facial expression is absolutely amazing, very legit. Without question, this would be my favorite lower face for the figure. Right, we do also get this kind of like smiley type of I would say kind of like a smiley type of face sculpt. I really don't have any issues with it, but at the same time, I wouldn't say it's my favorite. Again, this is my favorite, as I mentioned before, and also we do get, again, those type of, like, they're supposed to be representing motion for the metal claws. I'm not really the biggest fan of those pieces that go installed onto the metal claws. Let me know again, guys, what you think in the comments if I am wrong about that. But to me, not the biggest fan of it. To me, I'd rather have the figure posing with the regular metal claws without any type of effects on them. The other facial expression is pretty much going to be this one with this serious kind of mean look. I do like this one as well. I would say this is my second favorite lower face for the figure. Without question, again, as I mentioned before, this would be my first one. It just looks absolutely awesome. So to me, the figure looks great. As I mentioned before, I really don't have any complaints about it. Again, because of the pricing, I think it's only $160. To me, it is as good as a figure as we can possibly ask for that pricing. Also, the boots, they do look like sculpted plastic. I don't see any pleather, so that's a great thing as well. The coloring of the boots is the same as in the comics, based on the images that I found when I was looking him up in the comics. So again, as I mentioned before, phenomenal figure. He looks great. The belt is red colored, as it is also in the comics. These pieces right here, they do concern me a little bit, but again, I feel like they're supposed to be this way because of the motion that we want to have in the and pretty much the movement of the figure, right? We want to be able to move and pose this figure in different ways. So I feel like that's why they have these shoulders. I feel like they're attachable to the shoulders. We'll see about that, the pads, once we actually get the figure and we do the unboxing video, right? As I always like to say with these preview videos, this is just a prototype, so obviously these are not the final results. So I would be very shocked if they were to change something, because again, it's a Hono Studios figure, so I really don't see them changing anything, right? This would pretty much be my favorite look to the figure, with this specific lower face, and then of course the regular metal claws. The teeth work is absolutely impeccable. It looks great, no issues with it whatsoever. So pretty much the rest is just going to be different images of the figure. So as you guys can see, pretty much the yellow part of the suit is fabric. I would say the brown part is sculpted plastic, as well as the mask. The cowl looks looks absolutely awesome. And then the display stand is going to be pretty much the same as the regular Wolverine figure. Maybe a difference here and there. Obviously, the comic itself in the background will be different because obviously the origins of the character. And again, I still have yet to receive a figure from Hono Studios, so I'm not sure if the comic does come included with the actual figure itself. Let me know, guys, if you for those of you guys who have received the regular Wolverine, let me know if that comic does come included with the figure. If not, I think I'm totally fine with that. It really wouldn't be an issue with me. But this is pretty much what the figure is going to come with. So the figure itself, the metal claws, is going to be 2 different pairs of moving metal claws, and then we do get 3/4 different lower face expressions. We get, I would say, yeah, pretty much 6 different hand pieces, right? Each with different motions and different posture. I'm sorry. And then lastly, that red knife or red spade that he is gonna come with, right? So pretty much that is it for the figure. That is really all that I have to say, right? As I mentioned before, the interchangeable lower faces, to me this one's good, this one is okay, this one is great, and I don't know what the hell this is supposed to represent, right? I am so sorry, but I'm not going for this one. This one just looks absolutely weird. But again, maybe you guys would know better as to why they chose that specific lower face. And again, also the Muramasa, blade that looks really, really good as well. So I'm glad that it comes with that accessory. So again, as I mentioned before, pretty much that would be it. Now this guy is expected now, so I wouldn't be surprised if this guy gets shipped out pretty much soon. I probably feel like Hono Studios was already preparing this guy along with the regular Wolverine, but they hadn't announced it yet. So if you guys do want to go ahead and purchase him, well, unfortunately here at Sideshow he's not available anymore. I would try maybe possibly Pop Collectibles if you guys do want to go ahead and grab him. I feel like they might have him available still. Again, high quality, highly articulated, so pretty excited to go ahead and get this figure. Let me know, guys, in the comments what you think about this new Wolverine brown suit 1/6 scale action figure by Hono Studios. To me, I would say great figure, but surprised about the release. I would have expected them to do possibly another character since they've only done 4 figures, and out of those 4 figures, 2 of them have been Wolverine. But again, no complaints, just a thought that I have about the figure. So pretty much this would be it for this preview video of Wolverine. Again, let me know, guys, what you think in the comments. As always, want to thank you for the support. Thank you guys for watching my videos on a daily basis. As a reminder, if it is the first time that you're watching me, feel free to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also hit the notification bell so that way you can always stay updated anytime that I drop any preview videos, as well as any unboxing and review videos, guys. As always, thank you for the support. A reminder also that I am on Instagram and TikTok. The links to that are on the description of the video if you guys want to follow me, so that way you also have any updates about what I post on a daily basis on my account. So once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this new preview video, and I will see you next time.